may are familiar to you. They are the Raffles. Fairmont is one of the brands that I've just explained to you. It's one of the top 16. And also Sofitel and Pullman is one of the brands that is under the Accord group. Swissôtel, Mövenpick, and these are all the brands that Accord carries. So Accord is a hospitality group that owns a lot of hospitality, resorts, and branded residence brand. So today we are going to talk about Pullman Residences Newton. And the brand Pullman is a premium brand of Accord. So as you can see, Pullman comprises of hotels and resorts and also branded residences. So under Accord, there are in fact many hotels and residents, or rather branded residences in its pipeline and also existing that's completed. There are altogether 40 branded residences in the world under the name Pullman Residences and 80 in the pipeline. So one of those 80 in the pipeline is the one in Singapore, which is what I'm speaking about tonight, which is the Pullman Residences Newton. So Pullman Residences Newton, across the branded residence leadership under Accord Group, is the first Pullman branded residence in Asia. Now it's important. In the eye of marketing, if you hold the leadership positions, there is leadership advantage. Of course, in property investments, we look at values. All right, there is advantage in owning Pullman Residences Newton, being the first Pullman branded residence in Asia. So if we look at Singapore, well, there is only 3 other branded residences in Singapore. You probably know that there is St. Regis Residences, Ritz-Carlton Residences, and also the residences at W Singapore Sentosa Cove. So have you all heard about all these branded residences named in Singapore? Or you thought it's just one of the new home launches by the developer creating that name? Definitely not. These names belongs to the luxury hotel groups, and it is association with that developer in Singapore that launched this project using this brand name, and in addition the service that comes with it. So there are not many branded residents in the whole of Singapore. There are thousands of new condominiums in Singapore. There is only 4 currently, 3 has completed, which is this 3, and 1 that is upcoming, that is Pullman Residences Newton. So what's the key advantage of owning a branded residences? Now, as owner, as landlord, and as property investors, these are the key advantage that we leverage on. Number 1, branded residences are usually located at prime locations, and it is limited in supply for that locations, for that region, and for that country. And branded residences have a history of remaining its high value for the long haul. Branded residence is also positions with its luxury branding. So the designs that comes along with it is, of course, aesthetic and complete with first-class facility. Otherwise, the luxury hotel brands will not want to put its branding with the condo. So it has to come with first-class facility. So because it is associated with a trusted hospitality and resort brand, the trust and credibility is one of the advantage for ownership of a branded residence. Then, who are all these people that owns and stay in the branded residence? Because they are also people who appreciate the values of brands. And they are possibly like-minded. people who believe in values and people who believe in premium and luxury lifestyles. So the branded residence comes with concierge services, and it's not just ordinary service, it has to be high quality. And in fact, the ownership of branded residences will probably get some perks like ownership privileges, such as the resident discounts card that can access to the hotel operators' properties on other locations and possibly worldwide. And this comes with the ownership of a branded residence. Well, because of the professional management of a branded residence, I can say that over a long term, besides getting the potential of sustainable high value retentions, it also commands high rental income for the like-minded tenant who are willing to pay a price for premium services and the luxury lifestyle. So that's the key advantage of branded residences. Well, it may sound a bit different from the traditional residential property investment. Now we are talking about investing into renowned luxury hotel brands that comes with that residential ownership status. And ultimately, living in a branded residence, it's about experience, and it's about living branded. So the key themes that surround a branded residence are the emphasis on design, okay, services, facilities, amenities, and architecture. These are all lifestyle, and these are all about experience. So it's about enjoying the prestige and professional service with luxury hotel standards. Now, ever been to a holidays and book a luxury hotel? So the kind of service is what you can expect from a branded residence. So is there a price premium of branded residences? You bet. Obviously there is. Worldwide standard, the price premium, or we call it the brand premium, is averaging 31%. So if you have a properties that is situated in the midst of ordinary condos, a branded residence that is situated in the ordinary condos, there should be a price premium of the branded residence, such as 31% worldwide. But across the globe, there are emerging markets, and there are also matured markets. So let's talk about emerging markets, such as Thailand, Bangkok. So over in Thailand, Bangkok, there is a Ritz Carlton residence. Now this image shows you this branded residence in Bangkok. Looks familiar? Yes, you often see this in the high-end magazines on the aesthetic designs and the architectural sophistications of this building. Okay, so do you expect to pay a higher premium in Bangkok if you are buying Ritz Carlton Residence Bangkok? Yes, you can fetch as much as more than 80% brand premium if you are buying Ritz Carlton Residence Bangkok as compared to the surrounding condominiums, right, in this location. Why is it so? Because in emerging market, the local supply may not be able to sufficiently cover the needs of the high net worth individual buyers. So that explains the decisions of owning a different class of luxury properties. And that's explained why there is such a big premium. But however, in a very matured market where luxury stock is already high in quality, example, buyers in London can expect to pay a smaller premium, such as only 8%. Well, if we compare 80%, 8% is like 10 times smaller, right? So that kind of premium is expected in a more matured market. And even in a super mature market like New York, the developer may even have to give discount in order to move the branded residence, because the luxury stocks that is available in New York, for example, are able to meet the high standard of the branded residences in New York. So it is of not much difference. So there you are. There is brand premium for branded residence, but it all depends on where the branded residences are situated. So tonight, let us explore Pullman Residences Newton, which is a property class known as the branded residence, and what is the brand premium in Singapore. That brings me to the second insight, which is on pricing analysis. So all my dear audience, are you all still with me? Are you excited to find out more and learn more about branded residence? I'm glad you're still around. So let us just embark into the journey to look into the pricing of a branded residence. First off, I would like to talk about CCR. For the benefit of the potential property investors in tonight's audience, I would like to explain to you in Singapore, the URA has divided the countries into 3 regions. And the first region is known as the prime location in Singapore, and is known as CCR. It's the core central region. And in core central region, it comprises of 3 prime districts. You obviously have heard about 9, 10, 11. So 9, 10, 11 is one of the CCR locations. We also have the downtown core planning area, which are all the areas that is situated in the south of Singapore, like the Marina Bays, the Shenton Way, the Anson Roads. So these are all in the southern part of Singapore, the downtown core planning area. And in the most southern part of Singapore, where the island Sentosa sits, that is also the core central region. So in the prime location in Singapore, these are the district, or part of the district belongs to CCR, and part of the district belongs to the rest of the core region, which is the second regions in Singapore. Of course, the third region in Singapore is the outside core regions. So there you are in core central region, district 9, 10, 11, district 1 considered part of the downtown core, district 2, district 6, and part of district 4. All these form up the whole region known as CCR. So why did I talk to you about CCR? Because Pullman Residences Newton is situated in district 11, and that is Newton, as the name implies. So what is the current new launches in CCR and selling prices? So of course, it's pertinent for us to understand and have an overview of what is the current new home launches and their selling prices. So we can access what is the benchmark prices that is currently sold in the market in order to give us a more decisive decisions, okay, for our purchase. So downtown core planning area in the core central region are, for example, these are the 2 projects that is in the market. There is the Warwick Residences, which is a 99 years leasehold condominiums in District 2. So recently you've probably seen the headlines of very famous people buying and selling the Warwick Residences penthouse. So the average price concluded in Warwick Residences over the last 1 year, that is from September 2019 to September 2020, it's 3,477 per square foot. And it has reached a high price of 4,987 per square foot. and almost $5,000 per square foot to own a 99 leasehold property at Tanjong Pagar District 2, which is called Central Region. Then over in District 7 at Beach Road, another 99 years leasehold condo known as Midtown Bay. The average transaction price over the last 1 year since September to September 19-20, the average price is 2,908 per square foot. And it has reached a high of 3,008 per square foot. So I have explained to you that in core Central Region, it can go as high as almost $5,000 per square foot. And it can start at about 2009 per square foot. And I'm not talking about 9, 10, 11. I'm talking about District 2 and District 7. So allow me to share with you as 9, 10, 11. So over in Prime 9, 10, 11, these are the projects that we are currently seeing. Of course, I have put in Pullman Residences to give you a feel of what is the project launch price over in District 9, for example, Avenia. Its average price is going at 3,156 per square foot over the last 12 months. And Boulevard 88 at District 10, Orchard Boulevard, it is going at an average price of 3,621. And Pullman Residences, freehold residence is at District 11 Newton is going at 2,761 per square foot over the last 12 months. So you can see that there is difference in prices, but where am I leading you to? Okay, I want to show you in CCR, the current new home average selling price is 2,863 PSF. Today, yes, in the month of October 2020, over the last 12 months selling prices of all the CCR property, we can round it up like 2,008 plus per square foot. Okay, 2,008 plus per square foot in CCR. That is the current price benchmark for CCR. I'll get it. Let's move on to District 11. Okay, let me zoom in into District 11 of what happens over the year. District 11 had the highest price growth among the prestigious District 9, 10, and 11 in the last 10 years. So in District 11, it's painted in red here. It is almost 150% growth over the last 20 years. But if you look at District 7, 2, 1, and 6, how come the growth is higher? It's because it started off 20 years ago at a much lower price. But in District 11, 9, 10, and 11, it all started off with a higher price. Therefore, the growth itself, in order to gain another higher price, you have to have a bigger price quantum growth. But in this case, the price quantum growth, even if it's great, the base price is high. It is respectable at almost 150% over the last 20 years. But if I fast forward to the last 10 years, okay, I want to show you that the growth momentum has picked up. District 11 is among the top 3 high growth districts in CCR over the last 10 years. And in the last 5 years, it is even stronger after 2013 stringent cooling measure. District 11 is the second highest growth district in the last 5 years. So it's like, well, it has grown from the last 20 years to the last 10 years and to now to the last 5 years. It's like getting better and better. So the growth potential of this district is well noticeable for savvy investor to anchor their investments. Well, is there any kind of clues that that possibly in the future, what is the upside potential of District 11? Exactly, this is what I'm going to share with you about this location. Now, what is the selling price of new homes in District 11? The District 11 new home average price currently is going at 2,543. If you are basing on these 5 projects that is launched in District 11, okay, looks familiar, including Pullman itself. These are all the projects, freehold projects that is situated in District 11. And we average out that selling price is 2005 plus. So we have District 11 is 2005 plus, and we have District CCR is 2008 plus. Got it? So what's the price premium of branded residences in Singapore. So earlier on in Insights number 1, I share with you that branded residences in the whole world have an average brand premium of 31%. And if you are in emerging countries or emerging market, the brand premium can be as wide as more than 80%, like Ritz-Carlton in Bangkok. And if you are in a matured market like London and USA, New York, then the brand premium can be as low as 8%, or even developer giving out discounts or ownership of that New York branded residences. Possibly it's the Trump residences. Well, I'm just kidding. So let's talk about the price premium of branded residences in Singapore. So there is St. Regis Residences, Ritz-Carlton Residences, and also residence at W Singapore Sentosa. So tonight I'm going to do some case study to look at what is the premium of these branded residences in Singapore versus the surrounding resale condominiums that is about that same age and tenure. Okay, I have to rule out residence at W. It's because residence at W has converted and sold to a fund that manage its hospitality. So there is I cannot be doing that comparison for W. So I have to compare and zoom into St. Regis Residences and Ritz-Carlton Residences. So first off, case study for St. Regis Residences branded residence. So the brand premium comparison, I would like to take these two resale condos as example in this case study, such as the Tomlinson, which is 50 meters away from St. Regis, Singapore, and the Cascadian Residences, which is also about 50 meters away from St. Regis Residences, Singapore. Okay, this is what I've gotten. So from research, we have found that the Tomlinson freehold condos is averaging $2,000 per square foot right now. All right, so that is the per square foot price of the recent transactions in the Tomlinson. And for Cascadian Residences, the most recent transaction is averaging about $2,233. So this is where I'm coming from. St. Regis Residences is a 999 leasehold property averaging $2,002. And these are the recent transactions. So the price premium or the brand premium is at an average up to 10% brand premium. Okay, got me so far? So for St. Regis Residences, it's at an average up to 10% brand premium. Next, the case study for Ritz-Carlton. I will take two resale condos such as Helios and Hilltops. And these are all also branded, but not the hotel branded residences. I mean, it's the atas kind of residence. Okay, so there you are. For Helios, the average prices that is transacted is about $2,123 per square foot. And for Hilltop, freehold condos is averaging about $3,000 per square foot. So Ritz-Carlton Residences, very beautiful branded residence, is averaging $3,532 per square foot. And guess what is the brand premium? Ritz-Carlton Residences have an average up to 66% brand premium. So as you can see, St. Regis, we have a brand premium of about 10% compared to surrounding properties. And for Ritz-Carlton, it's up to 66% brand premium. Isn't that amazing? If you stay in the branded residences, you can also see that the price that is sitting in the value of that condominiums is also much higher than the neighborhood's property. So now come back to Pullman Residences Newton. What is the brand premium that is presented in the current selling price. This is what I have extracted for the last 3 months. Okay, because in the beginning, as I introduced about Pullman Residences Newton, I say over the last 2 months in August and September, Pullman Residences Newton is the top-selling CCRA project. Okay, one of the top-selling CCRA project. So based on the transactions over the last 2 months plus, August to October 2020, the average transacted price is 2,724 per square foot. Now at this price level, the brand premium for Pullman Residences, we can put it as 7% premium as compared to the current District 11 new homes launches. So earlier on, I show you the District 11 new home launches is at what price benchmark? 2005 plus. So over here it is 2007 plus. So the brand premium is about 7% over the last 2 months plus where transactions concluded at. So there are attractive pricings, and I understand from the project teams of ERA that the current attractive pricings from 2006 per square foot, it's averaging about 2.6 to 4% brand premium compared to the current District 11 new homes. Well, isn't that a justifiable price to enter into a renowned hospitality group that hosts the premium brand Pullman, and in this case Pullman Residences Newton? Think about it. Next, point number 3. I'm going to share with you about infrastructure benefits. So whenever there is infrastructure train, it's bring about convenience such as the MRT stations. The rail networks, of course, provide all the connectivity of from the suburbans to the urban locations across Singapore. And this provides a lot of convenience and comfort for every one of us in Singapore. So the right infrastructure is so important for us to consider when we decide what are the properties that we should be investing in. So let's talk about the importance of being near MRT. We all know that reduces traveling time if you are near MRT. And because of the government's vision of a car light city, we've gradually increased the cost of car ownership. So it's better not to own a car in the long term. For those of you who are landlord, buy something and own something that is next to the MRT is to your advantage because it's attractive to tenant, and there will not be a time that we will go without tenant for your units. And for properties that is near to MRT over the long term, there is also a higher en bloc potential. And this is the Singapore SOP, Singapore condos SOP. Come to a duration of the age of that condominiums, there is a chance for en bloc sales, which is a windfall to property investors. So these are some of the reasons why property investors anchor themselves near MRT stations. But in this part of Singapore, Newton, do you know that out of 122 current MRT stations in Singapore, only 23 are interchange stations? And that excludes the LRT connections. That means there is an interchange of 2 MRT lines or 3. So that's called interchange station. And Newton Interchange Station is one of the 23. And that means interchange station only make up 18.9% of the whole MRT network. And what that means to you? It means there is more convenience at interchange stations to be traveling to any part of Singapore. So what is the investment potential near MRT interchange stations? In this case, Pullman Residence Newton, Interchange station. Let's look at the condos near Newton MRT interchange stations. ERA research teams have helped me to gather a pool and a basket of condominiums that is relatively of the same age and tenure. So all are freehold condominiums that is near to Newton MRT station. These are the resale properties that has TOP in the year 2009, in the year 2012, 2013, and 2014. Okay, so these are the completed projects that is near Newton MRT interchange stations. So by extracting all these basket of condos, I want to show you what is the potential of staying near the Newton MRT interchange stations. So you can see they are all very near to the MRT interchange, Newton MRT interchange, and Pullman Residence Newton is here. Okay, so they are all the same in the same basket. Okay, so this is what I get. The condos that is near MRT interchange station Newton enjoys capital gain in the last 5 years, as much as 16.58% for all these Newton basket. So Newton interchange actually opened in the year 2015. So it's not since the early 2000s or the 2010s, it's actually in 2015. The interchange station is open. So ever since the interchange station is opened back in 2015, and in fact that is after the government's stringent cooling measure, the condos that is surrounding Newton interchange station still appreciate 16.58%. Not bad for resale properties in their locations. So what is the future potential in these locations? So besides the interchange stations, there is also another major infrastructure benefits that's coming this way to the south and to Newton. And slated to complete in 2026, which is about 5 to 6 years from now. This is the north-south corridor. We call it the north-south expressway that leads the traffic from Woodlands all the way to city center. And it comprises of 16 entrances and 17 exits. And of course, what's the big deal? It provides commuters, especially car owners, with connectivity from town to the city. And as you can see from the map here, Pullman is very close to the Tanner Expressway. So it's not above ground expressway, it's Tanner Expressway. So there you are, you have the convenience and you do not have the disturbance of noise. And the north-south corridor and the north-south expressway is actually so near. And the proximity to Pullman Residences Newton is so close. And what benefits will this bring? Okay. From now to 2026 is under construction, but once 2026 opening of this north-south expressway, be sure that the commuters that is or the owners that is staying in this location, which is Keng Lee Road, Kampong Java Road, the Newton vicinity, shall enjoy the convenience of the north-south corridor. And the implication is home nearer to the city centers are usually more expensive or higher in values. So when the north-south corridor open, it will bring Pullman Residences even closer to the city centers. So this will be a growth catalyst for the owners. It's good news about the owners of Pullman Residences, isn't it? Okay, point number 4. Home near good school. So this is Newton vicinity, all the way from Newton to all the way to the end of Bukit Timah Road and the start of Upper Bukit Timah Road at King's Albert Park. Well, you will be driving past that long stretch of Bukit Timah Road, and guess what you see along this long stretch of Bukit Timah Road? It's all good school, isn't it? And of course, all these good schools are situated in these locations. And as much as I want to talk about them, I will just zero into Pullman Residences Newton. And what's the effect here? So Pullman Residences is here. In fact, it's walking distance to Anglo-Chinese School, the St. Joseph Institution, and also Singapore Chinese Girls' Schools. And these are all primary schools. And to all great parents, it's so important to put my child or my children into a nearby good school. A nearby good school to my branded residence. And in this case, you can achieve two goals with one purchase. You can achieve staying in the branded residence and at the same time position your children to be in that good and elite school. And these are all within 2 kilometers away from Pullman Residences. And there are, of course, there are evidence to show why investors are also buying into locations that is near a good school. So District 11 is an example that outperformed the CCRO home. One of the reasons is because of this elite school. And it has experienced a growth of 20% over the last 7 years after the stringent cooling measure, while core central region have experienced 12%, okay, over the last 7 years. And in District 11, if it's compared with island-wide homes, it has also grown better than the island-wide home price. Thanks to the elite school, it also brings forth higher rental volume. So as you can see, for resale homes from Solia at Sinaran, Park Infinia at Winam, all the way down to whether you're leasehold or freehold, there is substantial number of rental contracts in this part of Singapore, District 11. And if you're looking at rental yield, gross rental yield is, well, way above the current interest rate, isn't it? Which is below 1.5%. So the margins that you can achieve by owning a District 11 homes will enable you to rent out at easily and also at a higher rental price. Okay, you can see that Solia at Sinaran has achieved average rents of $5 per square foot per month. And this is 10 years old resale condos. What say you when Pullman Residence goes TOP? I guess the rental per square foot per month will be even higher than the price achieved by Solia at Sinaran. So there's also a report by NUS professor, December 2015, and it said that in the private housing market, whenever there is a loss of the top 50 ranked school that disappears from your neighborhood, the market price of that neighborhood homes will drop and decline as much as 8.5% to 12.2% for top 50 ranked school that is within 1 to 2 kilometers away from that home. So there you are. Home price will suffer when elite school has shifted. But of course, if the elite school is next to that condos or that homes, then it will bring up the home price for that condo or for that home. So I have explained to you the importance of home near elite school. Let me move to the final points of this evening presentations, which is about master plan. And this evening, I am going to talk about the health city Novena master plan effects. There will be a lot of medical centers that is coming up in these locations. So in fact, the last consumer seminars that I've talked about, the SGH expansion plan in the southern part of Singapore that is close to the greater waterfront master plan. I have explained to you that SGH expansion plan has many effects that is positively affecting the home price in that part of Singapore, the southern part of Singapore. But as the name implies, SGH expansion plans is more universal and more targeting at the general public. But in the Novena master plan area, known as the Health City, okay, it is also a great expansion plan of medical centers. And in fact, it also comprises of learning, teaching, and educational services. And besides, there is also commercial, leisure, and public space in this location. So it's like the more atas medical services in these locations, quite similar to the Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Orchard. In fact, the Mount Elizabeth Novena is also situated here. So it's the kind of standard of medical services that is brought from Orchard to Novena area. And it is not small. This Health Center Novena master plan extend to 34 soccer fields, which is 17 hectares. Okay, that is a big areas of changes that is happening in this part of Singapore. So if you drive, if you drive along the Novena area, you probably see a lot of changes on that, on the road, and sometimes there's road diversion, sometimes there's construction going on. You know why all this thing is happening? It's because of this. It's because of the Health City Novena master plan expansion. Okay, so now we talk about the Pullman Residences Newton. It is actually within 1 kilometer from the Health City Novena. So what this means to investor in this location or homeowner in these locations. This is what you will experience over the next 10 years. Okay, right now, Novena Health City is at phase 1. Okay, this master plan expansion is phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is till 2022, and phase 2 is from 2023 to 2030. So in the next 10 years, be patient. There will be more road diversion, there will be more construction in this part of Singapore. So because of this Health City Novena expansion. All right, since the 2013, LKC School of Medicine's clinical science buildings has been opened in March 2017. That's about 3 years ago. And National Center for Infectious Disease has also opened in September 2019. So more centers, medical centers is opening. Okay, in 2021, the Tan Tock Seng's Hospital Integrated Care Hubs will be in completions. And by the year 2022, and it will complete phase 1 of the Novena expansion. Then you start with phase 2. So with so much about this expansion plan, let us get back to property. So what has happened in this part of Novena so far? So let's take a look at condos that is 1 kilometer away from Health City Novena. Okay, so similar to Pullman Residences Newton, okay, these are all the resale condos that is within 1 kilometer away from Health City Novena. So Newton 1, the Twilights, the Elvis, and the Gilstick 2, Rainwood, Hillington Scotts, and Scotts High Park. These are all freehold condominiums that is TOP around the same time like 2009, 2012, 2013, and 2014. Okay, let's take a look at the map here. They are pretty close to the Health City Novena. It's one MRT station away from Newton to Novena. And these are all the condos that is also surrounding Pullman Residences Newton. Let's take a look at the price of this basket of condos. Okay, so I've chosen all these condo and put into a basket. And I have get the research team to plot a price line here. to show the annualized rate of returns during different duration, especially to show you during the phase 1 of the different changes in the Novena area. So let's take a look at 2013 first. You know, 2013, the government introduced many stringent cooling measures. So the average price that was transacted in in Newton area is averaging 2003 plus, and that's first quarter 2013. And there has been a negative experience in terms of price growth. All right, the annualized rate of return is -7%, all the way until first quarter 2017. So it has dropped from an average price of 2003 to 2007 plus. Then the good news is March 2017, phase 1, LKC School of Medicine's CBS opened. So the academy, the medical academy opens here actually gives some support to the selling price, and in fact, coupled with other reasons and other fundamental reasons during that time, okay, the price have actually gone up to about 1,009, and that is an annualized rate of returns of 4.65%. Not bad, huh? That is higher than the saving interest rate of your CPF special account. And from third quarter 2019 all the way, and that is like September 2019, it coincides with the NCID opening, which have experienced an annualized rate of return of 22.98%, almost 23% price growth. And prices is back to 2004 right now on an average basis. So as you can see, there is some effects of the health CT at Novena. And this is only going through phase 1. And the catalyst effect can be felt for condominiums that is 1 kilometer away. How about you? What do you say about Pullman Residences Newton? Will we be able to ride on the health city Novena phase 1 and phase 2 positive effects? Come to think about it, it does have some effects on the condominiums that is near to the health city Novena expansion master plan. So I've come to the end of my presentation this evening that I've shared with you the 5 valuable insights about curating your luxury properties portfolio. But as we all say, we are looking into a different asset class of property investments. And for all consumer seminars that I begin with, I will always end it with a power phrase from the world-class best investors. And in this case, let me take a quote and credit it to Mr. Warren Buffett. He says, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to emphasize the values of Pullman Residences Newton. And with this, I would hand these sessions back to Anson. Thank you very much for your attention.